Good morning. It's Monday, September 12th, and that means two things. IQ is a myth perpetuated to undermine the value of collaborative reasoning and consensus building in the workplace. And it is time for the lighting industry news brief brought to you by Keystone Technology. And I've got a scoop on the Smart Loop because this is a wireless control system that is a step up from switches. It combines LED illumination for dynamic and spirited options, preset scenes, event scheduling. You know what? There's a great story about the Snake River High School and how they turned their gym into an event space, like a stadium. This is not a high school gym anymore, even though it's a gym in a high school. Anyway, that's Keystone Smart Loop. Link in the description or keystonetech.com. For sale this week is the IES headquarters. They are moving out of their Wall Street office. The U.S. CHIPS Act will ban advanced semiconductor makers from being in China. This will push local, and as well as Taiwanese, South Korean, and Japanese advantages in the very best semiconductors there are. Ain't that something? Edison Price has announced a move to two new facilities. They'll be ready to go on October 1st. Absolutely unrelated. Don't think about what happened to them last week. Totally unrelated. In related news, though, my last breakup was completely mutual. Chinese export and import growth do not, in fact. August numbers were down. US DOE publishes new testing procedures for general service fluorescent lamps, IR lamps, and general service incandescent lamps, all enjoying updates to procedures as of February of next year. Pexco has bought Enflow. Extruders and tube and tape makers will be coming together. Exact Terra has bought Advanced Illumination. These are specialty lighting makers coming under one banner. Beacon will be paying out a stock dividend. Nicholas Share as of the 19th. Amoresco has secured a DoD contract at Joint Base McGuire-Dix Lakehurst. That's a mouthful. Signify has doubled the patents available on the Enabled program. That's 4,700 patents you could license right now, if you felt like it. Demolitions at Phillips New York's former location are proceeding ahead. Should be ready for sale soon. The Property Brothers have picked a lighting brand. Visual Comfort has been endorsed by the TV personalities. And EnnoStar's Q3 has slipped, 10% drop in revenues in Q3. Cargo Shipper will be auctioning 13 containers worth of product. They are liquidating freight, all of its lighting gear. Check it out. GWIS has bought Performance in Lighting. These are Italian engineering and manufacturing groups. Surplus Building Materials, that is a company name, has been bought by AAA Distributor, also a company name. That's a very hard to parse headline when I first read it. Macro Block revenue drops. The integrated circuit design house is down 30 to 50%. In rep agency updates, McKenna will rep for Eglo in Alberta, Saskatchewan, the Yukon Territory, the Northwest Territory, and the BC Interior. And ICO and the HLPS partnership has expanded into 2 new states. In events, we have a webinar on the 13th. That's tomorrow. That's Eaton Power Express overview, half hour on IoT. And Lawrence Scarpa will be speaking at Lightspec West. He will be delivering the keynote. He's an architect from LA. And Grow Generation CEO Darren Lampert will be leading speeches at Lake Street Big Six Conference and the Wells Fargo Consumer Conference in the next 2 weeks. In IoT news, Morse Micro has secured new funding. That's a new round of funding to the tune of $140 million for their Wi-Fi-based platform. WeSun is looking to make waves in the near future, and ADT is partnering with insurers. Smart home monitoring might actually turn into safe home monitoring. In recommended reading, we have more on ANSI 137.4 and the harmonization of DALI. We have code compliance in design plans. Are Tiffany lamps back in fashion? And did they bring big, heavy oak furniture with them? That's the question. We have an IDA 101 video series. We have a case study from a Texas supermarket. We have 2 indoor growers coming to one solution on lighting. We have the best puck lights. We have the best office lighting design in terms of accessibility. We have a profile of glint lighting. We have contracts benefiting from the contractors benefiting from the IRA. That's the Inflation Reduction Act. And the NLB making driving less lethal. And Light Fair talking about roadway lighting, part 3 of that series. In market projections, 5% expansion for argon gas, 17% gains in smart lighting, 20 billion value in vertical farming, 9% growth for lighting control systems. Crypto is hurting the renewable energy market, 4.5 billion in the occupancy sensor market. Home energy management tools sector will grow by 16%, and we have a 2% growth for all luminaires. All these on nailed.org for you to read if you like. QLEDs are getting better, at least in terms of long-term operational stability. Purdue has built an entire house that is DC powered, and Sejong-Yu has moved power via infrared energy at a range of 30 meters. I've seen this Gundam show. I've seen it. I think they used microwaves, though. Some sci-fi has done this, I'm sure. In dark sky news, Starlink satellites have been spotted over Arizona. Jackson, Wyoming has approved dark sky regulations. Ladakh is India's first dark sky reserve. We have a study from the UK showing that reducing street lighting doesn't change accident rates. And Alan continues to be a breast cancer risk. That's a confirmation of a previous study that we've talked about. Bristleworms actually sync their mating cycle to the lunar cycle. Isn't that fun? Parc du Mont-Bellevue is Canada's first urban dark sky space recognized by the IDA. The European Southern Observatory has joined the dark sky movement. Songbirds are migrating later than normal, and freshwater ecosystems are harmed by light pollution in their own special way. In horticultural news, we have greenhouse tomatoes getting more expensive. We have 16-year anniversary of CERNA, and UYS is forming a partnership with Correlate on sustainability in controlled environment agriculture. And People News, Light Trace has picked Chris Primus as their VP of Business Development and Sales. Brenda Mintzberg is from Leviton, but she's going to retire. Paul Botcher has been promoted to CFO at Pangea Global. Philip Brujak is now a Senior Vice President at Acuity. We have Bruno Ardito of Begeli and Belus Canada set to retire. We have Energy Focus electing Kaj Dendas to the board. We have Craig Anderson promoted to CIO and EVP at Elemental. Barry Young has joined NovaFlex as a regional manager. In local news, University of Minnesota is seeking funds for upgrades from the state of Minnesota. Springfield, Illinois is recruiting citizens to report any dim or purple streetlights. Brownsville, Texas will be replacing damaged poles. The New York Power Authority is continuing its quest to upgrade every single state-owned streetlight to LED. Lumen, a Sonepar company, will be opening a new branch in Saint-Hubert, Quebec. Buffalo Common Council has approved an LED project outdoors. Gorham, Maine has voted in favor of a wildlife sanctuary in terms of land development. Bradley, Illinois has opted for LED. Yesco has debuted a brand new 50-foot illuminated showgirl, two of them, in fact, two showgirls, in Las Vegas, Nevada. The Calgary Tower is considering leasing office space to indoor farmers. Ontario First Nations are beginning on-reservation retrofit programs for energy, and the BC legislature, the building itself, has won an innovation award for their cool new ceiling lights. I assure you they are cool. In international news, Greece is demanding that public sector employees cut their energy bills or they will cut their budgets. Marseille, France will not be lighting monuments at night, ditto for Lyon. The UK will not be closing schools no matter how expensive they get to heat or light. And Bangladeshi lighting manufacturing is picking up steam. In things you can make, or things that are weird, or things that I couldn't fit anywhere else, we have a landslide warning light. We have an indoor daylight mimicking lamp. We have an LED kit for your cotton candy machines. You can strip wires with a laser. No, you might be on TikTok finding out that, someone is hanging on the $20 bill. No, it's a Caldwell lantern. And in New Jersey, an outdoor gallery is forming a new light sculpture display thing in November. It's called Night Forms. It's at, that's what I got. I've been Scott Walker. If I see you at ArcLight, I'll see you at ArcLight. Otherwise, enjoy your week, enjoy the music. Thank you for listening. Thanks to our sponsor. Good day.